Hi, Max with Moab Offroad. I'm here with Buddy King ARB. Last time he was at the shop, we did a little video on their freezer fridge, and today he's got some JK goodies that he's going to tell us about. Buddy?
Thanks, Max. Hi, folks. We've got three items we're going to talk to you today about. We have a new rear bar for the JK with an optional swing-away tire carrier. We have a roller drawer set, and we'll just talk about the refrigerator a bit as well. But first, let's look at this rear bar. So on the JK, you can order a rear bar on its own. It uses a factory hitch. It's got recovery points here. You pull this plug out, and the nose of your jack will go in there for lifting up. Very robust recovery bits here. It is fully chassis mounted. Around on the other side of the rear bar here, similar setup here, of course, and you'll notice a rear wheel carrier assembly is attached to this point. Now when you buy the rear bar on its own, where these holes are, they'll just be laser cut 3/4 of the way through. If you want to use it just as a rear bar, no problem. If you want to add a rear swing-away tire carrier, take a punch, knock those out, and it drops in like a cassette and you bolt it on. And if you come around to the other side, we'll show you what it looks like when it opens up. There's no extra levers. You just pull on the original handle and it opens up. If you have a look at the mechanism there, the turnbuckle system, and it adjusts as the system opens up. And then for closing, of course, it's just as simple as closing it like a regular door. And that's it. So once we get inside, we can look at the roller drawer system. These roller drawers are all components. You buy them separately and you build it to suit. You can have one roller drawer system side by side, or you can stack them. These roller drawers have a very large handle. You can get them get open with a big mitt in the middle of winter. They're fully lockable, of course. They run stainless steel rails on the side. We use bearings are all sealed. There's no rattling involved. They're very sturdy. They'll take the weight of a person, no problem. When you open them, they detent open so they don't slide closed if you're in a bit of a hill situation. We also leave the top of them open, so if you happen to forget to take your hand out, you don't bust your knuckles. Also, this is a drawer system on its own. This is a roller floor with a roller drawer. Works similarly. We have a drawer system that locks. And then we have a floor that also comes open. Now this floor will take 200 pounds. In this case, we have one of our refrigerator freezers. Don't mind if I do. You can put a toolbox up there or a refrigerator freezer. No rattling, very strong. We're using a waterproof, high-grade indoor-outdoor carpeting. No issues with wear or tear, and it's a nice finish that matches most interiors. How's that, Max?
That's nice. And this is made specific, all the panels and everything, for the JK. It's JK specific, the set that you have here.
This particular kit, yes. When you buy it, you're going to buy it as a kit. You're going to get 2 drawers without the roller floor. This is an option. And if you look inside, you'll see that it's all finished off nicely towards the sides of the vehicle. That would be a separate kit, an optional kit depending on the vehicle you have. So just to clarify, you can buy roller drawers 1, 2, 3, stack them. You can get side floor kits. It's very versatile, and there's 3 or 4 different lengths that you can buy depending on how much room we've got to work with, whether you're going to take the rear seat out or leave it. It's really quite modular and quite
All right, buddy,
versatile.
tell us a little bit about the ARB freezer fridge, if you don't mind.
Rightio. This is one of 4 models we make. They'll run on 12 volt, 24 volt, 110 or 240. Excellent for RVs, excellent for 4-wheel driving. They're designed to take a real punishment. They have a 20-year design life, which means you can plug it in at home if you wish. It should run like a refrigerator for 20 years without issue. They do come with a 3-year warranty. If anything's going to happen, it's going to happen within 3 years, but I will tell you they're very, very reliable. They're adjustable in temperature from ambient down to 120 degrees. So if it's 110 degrees out, it'll go to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're running on a 12-volt battery, you've got, on the average battery you'd likely to find it in a Jeep that's in healthy condition, you've got about 30 hours before your car's going to get in a situation where it may be a little dodgy trying to start it. But overnight's never an issue. All right? It's got a full adjustable control panel here. You can adjust it for whatever temperature. I have it set for 37 degrees. We can raise the temperature up, or we can drop it way down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit if we choose. It also has a feature on here. You can select between Fahrenheit and Celsius. Also, you have a battery monitor. We can switch between low, medium, or high sensitivity. That's going to watch the battery, and if the battery gets to a certain figure, the fridge will actually bail out so it doesn't, you know, flatten your battery on you. So if you have a little bit of anxiety, you can always just set the fridge up so it'll bail out and save the battery. But I will tell you, in almost any circumstances, you can park overnight on full freeze without any issues starting in the morning with the fridge.
It doesn't, I think you were telling me before that the compressor has variable speeds too for low amp draw.
Yes, good point. So the compressor in this, it varies its speed depending on the ambient temperature, what you're asking it to do, and over time it uses the least amount of power of any 12-volt refrigerator on the market. At the moment it's running, it'll probably be pulling about maybe 1.5 amps, maybe 2 amps, which is very, very minimal given the amount of cold that it can produce. So yeah, it's if you first plug it in, it'll ramp up and draw maybe 5 amps. But once it gets sense to temperature, it only draws a minimal amount of amperage to maintain that temperature.
I think that's important to put that in perspective for all of you viewers. I think everybody at some point in time has left their headlights on or knows somebody that left their headlights on and the next morning won't start at all. And what Buddy is trying to say is, depending on where you have your fridge set up, it could run for almost 30 hours depending on the integrity of your car's battery, how old it is, before killing the car to where it won't start.
Correct, but as I said, I at the risk of repeating myself for the third time, you can have the fridge on full freeze, leave it overnight, and your car will start in the morning without issue. 12 hours isn't going to put a dent on your battery. 30 hours, then it's a bit of a worry, but 12 hours, you're fine.
That's cool. That's cool. And there's nothing better than pulling ice cold popsicles out of the fridge in the middle of summer day out on the trail.
Well, not just that, but it's nice not to have a soggy sandwich. It's not, you don't have no anxiety about, I'm almost out of ice, or, it'll make ice. That's not a problem. So, you've got dry food. You can put frozen steaks in the bottom, put a little towel above that, and then your veggies and whatever on top. The steak will stay frozen, and you can still, you can pull that out at your leisure. You can rotate through it. You're not going to put 36 cans of pop in there. You might put 6, and as you pull 3 or 4 out, you put another 3 or 4 in. So you just rotate it through the refrigerator, and once you get into that groove, it's very, very versatile. I don't know any customer that's actually purchased from us and have come back with anxiety. They've all raved about it. It's a $750 item to get into, but it's going to last you many, many years. We got to keep that in mind.
Absolutely. Buddy, as always, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.